are coming, and these chemtrails are just full of viruses and plagues. You don't want your kids coming down with Magellan's disease. You don't want to come down with it either. So protect your neighborhoods from these chemtrails, folks. It's just simple protection. I hear from so many people, oh, the Lord will protect me and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? He's using people like me to tell you how to protect yourselves. He's not going to reach his hand out of the sky and pick you up and put you on your couch. Or maybe he should lift out these people off the couch and get them off their butts to do something. That's how he works. He works through his people. It's just this lazy attitude. I don't have to do anything. When the Lord is telling us to get up and do things, and they don't want to hear it, and so it's just going to be these people that suffer, and their own families that suffer. The Lord's people are busy. They're preparing their shelves and their pantries, stocking up on food and water and medicines, personal hygiene supplies for the coming famine. Have war going to protect them from the coming alien demonic invasions and the chemtrails. They're busy. They're busy preparing and getting ready. There's no rapture that's going to come and whisk 10 million Christians off the earth before Satan arrives. The Lord never took Noah off the earth. The Lord took Noah and put him in an ark. And that's another thing, So many people think that they're the Lord's. When he says he doesn't know half of them. Only a remnant of today who call themselves Christians are his. Why? Because he doesn't know them. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. His commandments, the seventh day of the week, they don't follow it. They don't honor it. They don't keep his appointed feast days with us. They're keeping Easter and Christmas and bunny rabbits and Christmas trees instead of Passover and Feast of Tabernacles. They replace that with Halloween. And they're following man-made traditions instead of the ones we're commanded to keep by the Lord. And then, and they call themselves the holier-than-thou Christians of the Sun God churches of today. That's the good thing about all these pastors who are leaving their churches to start new ones up, away from congregations where they just want to hear everything that's good, and they can't give them any kind of truth, is that they can reestablish the seventh day as the Sabbath. Why teach the commandments in church if you're sitting there breaking them? Isn't that a little bit hypocritical? Isn't the fourth commandment to remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy? The Sabbath is the seventh day. And they're meeting there on the first day of the week, which is Sunday. How come nobody ever questions this? And when they do, they're given Pauline scripture to blow over some kind of excuse of, oh, don't let anybody question you on when the Sabbath is. Really? Who said that? Paul? What did Jesus say? What did Yahushua say? What did God say? He said, remember the seventh day to keep it holy. So another question from a listener. Have you heard of sylphs? They are wispy clouds that seem to be able to kill the chemtrails. I feel they are Yah sent by him. It is pretty cool to watch. Yeah, I know sylphs. These sylphs, and I have a code on them you might be interested in seeing at hiddencodes.com. I did this. This is one of the first codes I ever did. These sylphs were actually angels at one time, and part of their judgment was to serve as these clouds that go through and keep Earth clean from contaminants, such as chemtrails. Because if you'll notice, if you see chemtrails in the sky and you see clouds moving in, watch these clouds, because some of them will come up with some really ugly-looking faces on them. You swear those are demons. I've seen some clouds go through that look like big ships, like the big Titanic coming through the sky. Watch these clouds, though, because they will eat these chemtrails. They're called sylphs, and that's what they do. They eat the chemtrails. And that's part of their judgment, what they do. I know someone was asking me if I think they're friendly, if I talk to them. No. I don't talk to any being that's not of the Lord, or not the Lord himself. And so, no, don't talk to them. I don't know. I throw that out there because I've heard of people saying they've talked to sylphs. I'll clarify, and then, anything of a fallen state, why would you want to talk to them? They're a fallen state. The Lord prohibits talking to the dead, demons, and demonic spirits. I can't imagine it being any different for just, these angels that are in a fallen state. I refuse to talk to them. I've had words with them a couple times off and on, and that's it. I just will not sit and banter back and forth with these beings. Because they're just like their father, the devil, all they do is lie. They lie. They're worse than Satan is. And they do. And they're just as charming. They're just as nice, and you don't know what to believe. So why talk to them? Why put yourself through that? And so, I'm going to wrap it up tonight, but that's basically what the Lord wanted me to talk about tonight. Was the orgone, and this whole thing with how they're spying and listening to you through your cable televisions, through your high-definition TVs, through your plasma TVs. All of these going to be used in the last days to destroy you, as they used it as access to literally just gain entrance into your home. You'll actually see these beings just step out of your TVs into your houses. It's exactly what's going to happen, folks. And so that's why I'm encouraging you, as soon as you start hearing about, Maitreya being on the earth, or Jesus being on the earth, and, it says in Matthew 24, when they say Jesus is here and Jesus is there, he says, don't go, because these are just false messiahs that are coming, and they are going to use the television sets to manipulate and mind control and brainwash people. And this goes for anybody that watches them. I mean, you sit and watch TV now, I think it's every 33rd screen they have hidden messages on. So they've been doing it now for years, for commercial reasons, for promotional reasons, and it's going to get much worse when they decide to try to enslave and control your mind. So doing that through the televisions. I don't know about the LCD TVs. That's what I stick with right now. And then when the time comes, it'll just get turned off permanently, and I won't even have that one. It'll just be thrown out of the house. Because whether you have it on or off, they still have those boxes activated inside of them with chips where they can hear you talking. They can watch what you're doing, whether you have it on or off, folks. So something to consider. Might just want to throw a blanket over it at night or during the day if you're not watching it. They're spies. That's what they do. Eventually, they're going to use them to kill you. And so, just a heads up on that. I'll have some articles at my website, thewatcherfiles.com, in regards to how they're doing it with the cable TV for you techies who want to know more information on exactly how. I have an article on that, and I'll post it at thewatcherfiles.com. I've read through it, and it was just amazing how they've just perfected this technology over the last 20 years, and they've had it for that long, and they've just perfected it, all so they can just use it to destroy you. And so that's it, folks. I'm going to wrap it up for this week. Again, I apologize for the hassles at the beginning, but that's just the way it goes. They don't want the truth out. They don't want me talking and telling you what's going on and what to do to protect yourself from them. But that's what I'm going to do week in and week out. If you have to listen to the archives, that's just fine, because either way, this is getting recorded. And they can't stop that forever. And so, bless you all. Hope you all stay busy this week. Do something for the Lord, do something for Him. Ask Him to teach you how to hear Him, how to hear His voice, so you can learn how to hear His voice in your spirit, so you can build a one-on-one relationship with Him. You don't have to have, these relationships that the churches never teach you about. They teach you to be filled with Spirit. But they never tell you how to build a relationship with Him. And so I have articles on my website at SherryTalkRadio.com and Teach Me How to Pray. A good article on learning how to build a relationship with the Lord. I'll see you next week, everybody. God bless.